Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Tessman from StampYourArtOut.com. I'm an independent demonstrator, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And I'm here to bring you another live paper crafting class. I'm super excited. I have something special for you today. I have to get I have to get better at like clicking my buttons because when I reach up, you can see my fingers. Oh well. I'll have an assistant someday. No, I don't know. Anyways, let me dive right in and talk about this wonderful tutorial bundle that I offer every month. It's been, how long has it been since we've done these? Let me look at my computer really quick. These tutorial bundles are awesome because I team up with 5 other demonstrators that are very talented. I'm sorry, I'm going to scroll through here and see when we started. It hasn't been a year yet, but we have been doing a lot of them since September of 2018. We have been collaborating together and creating these tutorial bundles for all of you so that you can get really awesome 3D type ideas. So this is called a better than flat tutorial. It involves fun fold cards and like treat boxes and things like that. Hi everyone, I love that you're chiming in and saying hello. This is a live recording right now of I'm doing a Facebook Live. And so those of you that are watching this a little bit later on YouTube or on Facebook, just know that while I'm recording, this is live and I'm saying hello to people. Hi Michael, hi Terry, hi Sandy. It's good to see your names again pop up. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a project that is similar to one of the projects in this tutorial bundle so that you can see how awesome these projects are. This is what my team and what we decided to do, and it's a new thing this month. So you will see, if you know who these other demonstrators are in this tutorial group, you'll see some Facebook Lives pop up around in the next week or so from them as well. And if you are one of their customers, I would love it if you would purchase the tutorial bundle from them. You can also order from any of us and you can get that tutorial bundle for free. So I know that some of you follow these other demonstrators, so just know that they're going to also be sharing, and it's going to be really fun because you get a taste of what's in it, but we're not really sharing what's in it. We're giving you a taste. So let me bring you to the computer really quick. I'm going to make sure this is set up real quick here. Okay, so, all right, hang on. There we go. Okay, so when you're in the in my website, stampyourartout.com, and we are on, let's just go to the home page for instance right now. This is what it looks like when you get to stampyourartout.com. This is my blog, my website. If you want to actually see the blog, you can either click here underneath the home tab, or you can click down here. Now, when you're in either one of those sections, you'll be able to go to classes and click on tutorials, and you can find all the past tutorial bundles that we offer. I have a few of my own personal ones that are in there as well, but if you scroll down just a little bit, you can see the Stampin' Anonymous tutorials, and these are awesome. You're gonna love them. And you can purchase any past ones if you want to. They're $9.95 a piece, US pricing. And if you place an order from us, you can get that tutorial bundle for that month for free. So, all right. So anyways, this is the one. This is the one that I'm going to be giving you a taste of. And if you look at this graphic here, you can kind of see little teasers of each of the ideas. Let's go to the supplies, shall we? These are the supplies that you're going to need. Let me make myself a little bit smaller in here so that we don't, oh here, I'll just move myself over for a minute. There. Okay, so you can see that if you want to, you can take a screenshot of this, but you can see that we're going to be using the Kraft Pillow Boxes, some of that laser cut designer paper, so pretty. We have some of this in the Occasions catalog as well, so there's a couple different varieties of laser cut paper that you can choose from. The soft suede cardstock for this box, and it's going to be a hanging pillow box, and I'm also going to use the Night of Navy gingham ribbon. Anything that is in red, a red font, that means that that item is leaving by June 3rd. That means it's retiring also, if you've heard that term before. It will no longer be available It's also while supplies last. So any of these items could be gone anytime now. In fact, they could be leaving while we're talking. I don't know. Not to give you any rush there, but just know that the retired items are shown in red. So the All You Are stamp set, sweet pins and tags, blossoms, elements, basic brads, and the 1 3/4 inch circle punch are all leaving. These are other supplies that you'll need. So I'm also going to be using the Early Espresso ink pad, some tools like the trimmer, the Stamparatus, which isn't necessary, but I'm going to demonstrate how that will come in handy. I'm bringing in some vellum cardstock just as a tool. It's not necessary that you have a significant size or a special size for it, so no need to put that in the measurement section here. What else do I want to point out? I have my chamois ready for those of you that watch. Hey Jennifer, for those of you that watch this every once in a while with me, you'll know that I'm really bad at bringing out my Stampin' Chamois, which is a stamp cleaner. And I'm also bad at the Stampin' Pierce mat, but I don't need it today, so we don't have that listed. Anyways, you're gonna love what I'm gonna make. So hopefully you can check out that and take a screenshot. I'm going to bring myself back to the screen here, move my computer out of the way, and I'll bring it down to my desktop right now. I'm gonna share with you covers of 2 different catalogs. Let's see if we can set this up. Oops. Okay, hang on. Hang on. There, I'm gonna move me over. I like being in the lower, is that the lower right hand corner of your screen? I don't know, I like it there for some reason. I'm comfortable there. So these are the 2 catalogs we have that are annual catalogs. Now this one is new. It hasn't begun yet. This one will begin June 4th and this one will end June 3rd. So if you have seen any of these catalogs at your house lying around, just know that actually this one would be the one you have right now. Just know that this one is going to end soon. So you'll want to check out the retiring products list. You can find that in the online store. Just click, let's see if I can find my button here. Just go to stampyourartout.com and you can click on the shop button, and that way you can see what is being clearanced out. Okay. Move those out of the way. Are we ready? I always have to talk a lot before I get started. I just have so much to share. We're going to be using these pillow boxes, these Kraft Pillow Boxes, and I'm actually going to use 1.5 of them. They come in a package of 10. So let's take and slowly open one of these up. They have a seam. Now while I'm doing this, I also want to mention that it's there we go. So you just start peeling like that. See that? I also want to mention that I do draw for prizes during my broadcast. So if you are leaving a comment, you get entered into the prize drawing. And last week, we only drew for 1 winner. So we'll draw for another winner from that broadcast from last week, and then we'll draw a winner from this one. So if you are watching this at a later time, you can still get in on the prize drawing within a week's time. So just leave a comment by, what's that, May 8th, the morning of May 8th, and you will be eligible as well. Okay, so for this one that we opened up, we're actually going to cut it into 2 pieces. So the box is 3 inches wide, so we just need to go to the 3-inch mark. And here, if I turn it over, you won't be seeing such a distracting design there. I noticed that the camera, hang on, I'm gonna bring it in from this side. This little part here is catching on my arm of my trimmer. I noticed that the paper has kind of got a little wild look to it in the camera. Gotta love it. All right, we'll move the scoring blade out of the way and we'll just trim. And you want to make sure that you have a really good blade. Chatty Kathy, yes. Who said that? I have to go scroll back here. Jennifer. Thank you. I do like to talk. Now this one we can also trim up. I think that's the teacher in me. I used to be an elementary education teacher. Okay, so this one will also trim up, and we can use that for a second box. Notice that this one has these little tabs at the top, and this one does not. That is okay. You can take and use one as a guide. So here, we'll flip them over again, because I know they're getting distracting in the camera. You can flip one of them over, or both of them over, and then use one as a guide to just trim along there. Now, if you are really smart, you'd have a pencil in front of you, and you'd first draw the line, because that way you'll make sure that you're trimming it really well. But I'm just going to go ahead and follow that cut. There we go. So you could do that if you want to. That way you have two rounded tops to use for the boxes that you're going to make. One's shorter, but it doesn't matter. You can have them whatever height you want. Now we don't need our trimmer anymore, so I'm going to put that off to the side. We're going to open up this box. Now the boxes, you'll notice, have a little tab, as we saw on that one that was cut in half. A little tab, and that's the part that goes in first on the pillow box. There's a score line, as you can see on this here. There's a little score line that kind of curves around, and that allows you to bend the cardstock in that spot. So if you just kind of pry it open with your hands like this, and then you go in like that with your fingers, your 3 fingers or 4 fingers, then it curves in pretty easily. And again, the reason for that tab is that, oh, thank you, Linda. The reason for that tab is because once you have this one open, then you need something to grab onto in order to open the box up to get your treats or goodies out, right? So that's why that tab goes on the inside, and this one can go on the outside. So again, you just curve it down with your fingers and crease that score line. This one's pretty easy to grab because it's all along the edge, right? So, but this would be the back now. So I want to make sure that that is on the back side of my hanging box. So this is going to be the front, this is the back, and that's kind of easy to remember too because we have the tab in the back. So we're going to go ahead. Hi, Marcus. How are you? Oh, Martha. You know what? I saw your comment on the last video, I think it was, and I didn't know whether to respond to Marcus or Martha. I'm glad that you signed your name. I think you did it on another one too, but I don't know. Sometimes we have men stampers too, so thank you so much for letting me know it was you, Martha. All right, so now we can take either one of these and use them. Now, if we use this one, it's a little bit taller. If we use this one, it's a little bit shorter. Oops, we would have that in. So it doesn't matter. I'm just going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use the shorter one just to show you. Plus, we're going to have the 2 tabs that we have to work around this way instead of just one, because on this one it doesn't have any tabs on it. So we're going to show how even the tougher half of the box can work. So we want to connect these 2 boxes together, and what I'm doing is I'm bending and I'm scooting it inside like that. Okay, and then you can use your grid paper or a straight edge to just make sure that it's lined up, and it looks pretty darn good like that. So I know that it's going to work. If I had some kind of issue with it, I could always trim in at an angle down here to make it work. I listed the multi-purpose glue. Let me zoom in a bit here. I listed the multi-purpose glue as an optional adhesive, and I did do that on one of my 2 samples that I'm going to share afterwards. But I do want to warn you that it gets messy. I am not a wet glue fan. Some of you know that. And this one really gets messy because you have to actually touch where the glue is. So we're going to go ahead and show the tear and tape version. I'm just going to put this tear and tape along the back here. You only need one good strip of it, a nice strong tape. And then we'll grab our pokey tool here. This is our take your pick tool, and we'll just grab the release paper. And now we can add this inside our box. Now when you do this, sometimes your tear and tape will stick. So here's another thought. Fold it the other way so that it's not going to be rubbing against where it's going to connect yet. So you're just going to fold it this way, or curve it, I should say. You're not really folding it. And once you have it straight where you want it, then you can take and press it to the back. So I'll just go like that. And see, now it's in place, ready to go. Ta-da! All right, now the next thing is to punch a hole. So I said it was a hanging basket. It's not really shaped like a basket, but you can put this on a doorknob. You can put it on a handle. You could put it on, I don't know, anything that sticks out, maybe like a coat rack or something. So I'm going to suggest the 2-inch circle punch to punch your hole. and you're just going to scoot it in from the top. So this is the top of it, this is the bottom. You're scooting in from the top, and you're making sure by pressing on the sides of the paper that it's lined up. Okay, you're just pressing like that, and then you punch it down, and you've got a hole that will, in our house, fit over the top of doorknobs. Now I'll show you on one of my finished samples that that I've created that you can also make it work for larger doorknobs, or ones that maybe just, maybe you have a smaller hole punch like this one here, the one that's retiring, the 1 3/4 inch circle punch. That's also an awesome size to use for it, but it is retiring. But if that's the size you have, you can still make it work. A rainy, dreary day, huh? I'm sorry, that's Linda saying that she's got rain there. You know what? Our weather is not that beautiful today either. Okay, next, so I feel for you. Yep. Next, we're going to take and bring out our laser cut paper. And when I share this with you, those of you who have not seen it might, have a jaw-dropping experience, because it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous stuff. I'm sad that it's leaving, but I will tell you that there's another laser cut paper that's coming into the main catalog, so you don't have to be sad. Okay, sorry, it takes a while to lift these things up because they are very delicate. I think I have one now. Almost. It's almost in my hands. This one here is Whisper White on one side and Very Vanilla on the other side. So this is one of the sheets that you get in that packet. I know, right? Ooh, ah. It's really pretty paper, but it's fragile. You have to be really careful with it. It comes with these little tissue papers, which you heard off camera, and then you would just, something flew into my eye. That's good. We've got bugs that are starting to come around. Yay. It's always good when a bug flies in your eye. So you can see that you can store it on tissue paper, and that helps you to transfer it and sandwich them together and keep them protected. The next design is the one that I'll be using for this box. So what I love about this is I actually think of this more as an accessory. I consider this something like an embellishment or whatever, where if you need some kind of decoration on your card, or I don't know, something in place of a ribbon or a brad, you can pull this stuff out and it's awesome. Now, you wouldn't use it this big. What I've done is I've cut down some of my pieces. Let's just throw this behind me here. I've cut down some of my pieces because I've already been playing with parts of it. Here's the vanilla side, and here's the white side. So you can see I've been trimming around them, and all you do is just take your snips, your paper, your scissors or whatever, and you just cut out the images that you want, like that. You separate them out, and most of them don't ruin the one next to them, like this here. You can see I didn't ruin the flower or the leaf, but sometimes you do have to kind of mangle one of them. On this one I had to sort of break that petal. But once you do that, then you come up with really pretty clusters that you can use to decorate your projects. Okay, so we'll be using this one. We're also going to be using the leaf punch with some soft suede cardstock. Again, if you're joining just now, I would love it if you want to comment. Tell me where you're from. Tell about the weather, like we just shared. Love to hear if anybody's experiencing sun anywhere, because I'm not. Okay, so now what we can do is we can kind of lay out our design and see how it looks. And I think I actually like that better this way. I had it the other way, but now that my box is coming together, I'm kind of liking this better. So if I have those little leaves like that, that's so pretty. Isn't it pretty? Oh my gosh. All right, the next thing we want to bring in is a tag. And on this one, I think I'm going to actually flip it over. I'm not sure. You know what? I don't know if this size will work. But in this stamp set called All That You Are, this is from the Occasions or Spring catalog. I forgot to share that one with you. There's another catalog too that's current, the Occasions. I bet some of you already pointed that out. That one is going to be ending also June 3rd. So you'll want to make sure that you look at any products from there that you want to get before they're gone. This is the All That You Are stamp set, And it is a retiring stamp set. The tags and pins, what are they called? Sweet pins and tags, they're called. Those are also retiring, and so I'm going to use these together. And I'm going to bring in the Stamparatus to help me with the stamping. You wouldn't need to, except I know that some people don't like to have the rubber stamps, which is what this is, okay, because you can't see through them completely. That's okay. You know what? I'm going to take my chamois. Hold on. I've got my chamois in my clear mount, or my half wood mount case that my wonderful friend Susan Campfield made for me. And I'm going to clean off my stamp here that I had set up, because I'm going to show you the whole process of getting it ready. Okay, so what I've done, I've heard this idea from other demonstrators, is our cling stamps, they are super sticky now. The labels that you put on your stamps, they're nice and sticky, but sometimes they're so sticky that they're hard to peel up, especially if you have fake fingernails or really painted fingernails, because it's hard to get your fingernail in there. So what I've done is I've taken some of this Scotch tape and I've just grabbed a small piece of it, and I'll show you with one that I haven't done yet. So here, I've got all the labels on these, but I kind of have to dig underneath real, you know, like I have to just kind of dig to make sure I'm not separating that label from the stamp. And then I'm just going to take this and stick it onto one edge and kind of fold that over. So now I've got a tab to hang on to. So when I stick it down onto something, all I have to do is grab from that corner and it peels up without me having to pry my fingernail under it. I loved that tip, so I had to pass that along to you. Okay, so we have this stamp. We have the happy birthday one, which I think will fit, so maybe that's the one we'll use. And then there's, hang on, it's sticking to me. And then we have another one that says, thank you for all that you are and all that you do, which is a beautiful sentiment. This one here I thought was awesome for Mayday baskets. So if you're looking for a quick Mayday basket idea and you have a lot of these products that you can kind of work with today, you can make a bunch of Mayday baskets that have something floral or gifty in there that relates to flowers, because we're making a flower basket, right? And it is Mayday. So we're going to use the happy birthday one. I'm going to get these out of the way. And with something that you can't, with a stamp that you can't see through, you kind of have to do a trial and error a couple times to get the stamp to work. So instead, I am going to grab, I'm going to move my magnet out of the way here, hang on. I'm going to grab some vellum, and I have to get it out of my drawer because I thought I was going to use this stamp, but that won't, I don't know if that'll fit on there. It will. If we're really, you know what? Let's try it. It goes right to the edge, you guys, see? But let's try it anyways, because I'd rather give a basket that has something to do with flowers than birthdays. Then I can actually hand these out to people. Okay, so you're going to take your stamp. Oh, I have to get the vellum out anyways, because I have to re-stamp it. But yeah, I'll take on the challenge that I gave myself. So put your stamp onto the plate, and then you're going to get some vellum. Hang on, just going down into my drawer here. Got to get a little scrap of vellum. And again, I think I said on there that it doesn't matter what size it is. So we're just going to get an odd piece. We'll just grab this scrap here. And I've got my small grid paper on here because I think it's easier to work with than just looking. Well, actually, you know what? If you don't have the magnetic plate from Stampin' Storage, that's okay because you still have a grid here. This just lifts it up a little bit more. I like having that extra height, but you don't need it. So if you don't have the magnet, you don't have the grid paper, this will work too because you'll be able to see lines, which is awesome. I'm going to add this in here just for an extra lift. And we're going to take our ink pad. This is the Early Espresso ink pad, and open that up. And we'll ink up our stamp. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my vellum scrap down right underneath it and stamp it down. Okay, so I'm making kind of a, I don't know, a stamp-a-majig of sorts, just so that this this little image here can be placed onto my tag like that. Do you see what I'm doing there? So I can kind of see, oh, you know what? I messed up. I messed up. Hold on, I need another piece of vellum. This is okay. When I make mistakes, then you guys can learn from my mistakes. Let's grab another piece of vellum. I don't have a smaller piece. We'll just use this one. I have to hold the vellum still. Okay, let's try that again. This time we're going to keep the vellum still. We're going to put it on there with a magnet. Now we can stamp down. Okay, don't move your magnet. And now you can slip your tag underneath where it will fit. And you can use the grid paper, or actually, since we didn't kind of line it up with the grid paper, at least we can use the words of the stamp and make sure that they're parallel with the bottom of our tag. This is gonna work, you guys. I know it will. I'm sorry that I made a mistake. That's okay. We learn from those. Okay, I think I have it straight on there. That looks pretty good, right? Can you guys see that? Looks like you can. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna shift this magnet. I'm gonna pull this out of the way, and I'm gonna put the magnet onto the tag so the tag doesn't move. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Zoom in just a tad. Okay, so now my stamp, when it comes down, is gonna stamp right into that spot. So let's ink it up again. I have flipped it over. Did you notice that? Those of you that know these, sorry, if you didn't see me inking it up, you just ink up your stamp like that. For those of you that have purchased these tags and pins before, they do have a shiny side. Let me show you quickly here. And they come in different sizes. They have a shiny side, which is what I would love to use, but my verse won't fit in that spot. And then of course they have the blank or the white side on the other side. So there's 3 different sizes in there. The circle, the fun little, I don't know what you call that, the fun little frame, and then the square. Okay, it's inked up and ready to go. Let's cross our fingers. Magnets. Kathy said magnets? Question mark. Yes, I don't know if you were suggesting I use them when I made my mistake before, but yeah, magnets. They're awesome. And you want to make sure, because they come with, the Stamparatus comes with 2 magnets. You want to make sure, here, let's clean this off so I can show you. I do like this cleanup pad for your Stamparatus because you can really like not worry about peeling it off, getting ink on your fingers, and then cleaning it off on your other stamp cleaner situations. We'll grab underneath the tape. Okay, so now let me show you on the bottom of the Stamparatus, you have storage areas for 1 magnet, 2 magnets, and I put washi tape around mine, which is what a lot of people are doing, and that just helps you to grab onto your magnets. You don't want your magnets coming near each other, so always keep that in mind. If they connect, they can break. But if you are really good at stamping, you can also just take one of those tags. Let's take the big one here. And you can just aim, you know, your sentiment straight down on there and hope that it's straight, right? So some people are really good at that. Okay, I'm gonna move those out of the way, my little vellum guides. And now we've got our tag here. I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit because this paper is a little bit different than the Whisper White cardstock. I just wanna make sure it's good and dry. In fact, I could use a piece of paper over it while I do the next step. So I want to curl my my tag. So I'm just going to come in and I'm going to give it a little bit of a curl. See what I'm doing there? Again, if it was dry or I had my heat tool on it, that would curl real nicely. But now I've got that done, and that will set onto my box real nicely without having to pry up on the edges, if that makes sense. Okay, I've got that, and now I want to bring in some fun accessories. I'm bringing in the basic brads. These basic brads come in 4 different colors, I think. Calypso Coral, Whisper White, Night of Navy, and there was another one. Was it Petal? Oh, Mint Macaron. And I've used pretty much all of them up. I do have another container full, though, that I'm going to offer as a prize. So we'll just grab the Night of Navy one. And from this Blossoms Elements container, which is also retiring, I'm going to grab 3 of the flowers. Now on my other 2 hanging boxes, I only used 1 flower on each, but this one just calls for more. So, and then the last accessory that we're going to need is about 12 inches of ribbon. And I think that's about 12. We're eyeballing it. Okay. So I think we have all our pieces in place. I'm looking at my desk here to make sure I didn't miss anything. I did not. I do want to, well, okay, I'm just going to share this really quick. So this is a gift that I gave to my team members when we went to on stage, and I used up all these little sweet tag pins and tags. That's what it's called, right? To make these, because the little pins come separately, and that way I could have this little gift that, you know, little note inside that I gave them. So a lot of these pins were gone. That's why I have all these tags left over, and I wanted to make sure that I could use them in another way. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. Let's turn it over. The first thing that we'll use is snail, because that's a quick, easy adhesive. We'll just put some snail along the back here. And we will lay this on top of our box just so we kind of know where it's going to go. You know what? I think I still want to go that way, because that's what I had planned. Is that okay? Hi, Kathy. I'm glad you're watching. She goes, I forgot to say hi. Yes, if you guys say hi or you say something, you get entered into the prize drawing too. Not that Kathy needed to do that, but it's nice when you say hi just so I know that you're here. I do have to apologize too that some of us may be wondering why I don't respond to all your comments with words. It's really hard. Facebook makes it difficult for us to make comments on all of your comments. It's a very time-consuming thing. Like, I'll click like on someone's comment and it takes literally like 5 seconds for the like to pop up. So it's crazy. So just know that if I'm not really responding, I am so reading your comments and I'm loving them. So just know that, okay? All right, so now we've got that clung onto our tag. And the next thing is just kind of position where your leaves are gonna go. And add more snail if you feel the need, and you can just kind of add those. There we go. And we'll add another one onto this side. Probably didn't need to add that extra adhesive, but I just wanted to make sure that those were on there. And then don't forget your brad. On one of my boxes, I forgot to stick my little brad through there. You don't have to put a brad, but you have a hole in your tag, so it kind of looks better if you add a brad. The brads have these little tiny legs, just like office brads, you know, they have those little tiny, I call them legs, that you just pry open. And if you think that they're going to be showing on the outside of that tab, or that tag, just kind of position them so that they're curving, one of them at least is curving down, and then you can curve both of them down. Okay, and then I use a block, like my stamp block, but I don't have one. So we'll just use a punch, and I smash it. I smash it without getting the adhesive on my grid paper to make sure that that's stuck down there well and nice and flat. Okay, now we're going to add this to the front of our box, but I'm not going to use snail to do that because the boxes have kind of a little coating to them. So I'm going to use, oh, who said that? That was so sweet. Linda, we get mesmerized. Is that why you guys aren't talking? Thank you for saying that. That's sweet. Okay, so now I'm just going to put some pieces of tear and tape on here, because again, the boxes have a slight coating to them to make them, you know, very durable. And so just snail adhesive alone is gonna, this puppy would pop right off if you use that. So, and I'm kind of rubbing it in there. Let's use the bone folder again just to burnish, make sure it's down. And then we can grab our take your pick tool. If you have fingernails that do not have polish on them, like mine, I'm giving mine a break, and they feel really good now. I don't know, it's that stuff that takes off gel polish and stuff like that. That's harsh on your nail bed. Okay, so all right, now I've got that off, and we're just gonna stick this onto the front of our oh, not yet, not yet. Don't do it yet. I forgot the ribbon. Because the ribbon we won't be able to slide under very easily if we don't tie it on now. So we're just going to wrap it around the box and tie it in a knot. Now I'll just do a quick knot lesson for you because we have a little bit of time maybe. I do right over left going upward, and then I take my one that was coming from the right, I tuck it down by just folding it in half, pull it straight down. I fold this one the opposite way and pull it straight up. And then I take my ring finger and I hold it down and I grab the top one, bring it from the left over the bottom one that's sticking out to the right, fold that one in half, pull it through that hole, and this one I don't bend at all. You'd think that I was going to twist it and bend it like that, but I don't. I just keep it still like that, and I pull it. And that's how I get my ribbons tied in knots. The easy bow, a knot. Gotta love it. So we can open this up and see, even though we tied the ribbon when it was flat, the box still opens up like that because mathematically you still have the same distance going around your box, whether the box is flat or whether it's open. Some people might not know that. Okay, now we can just take and stick this in here. I'm going to have to move my leaves. Leaves, you're going to have to scoot a little bit there. Okay, and that can stick down. You can put your hand inside there if you need to. And the last step is using glue dots, which I forgot to put on my list. Rachel, you are not as organized as you normally are. I forgot the glue dots. Add that to your supply list. You need glue dots. So you just peel back the protective coating there and you grab a glue dot onto your actual piece and stick it on there. I think I want it higher though. I was going to have it higher, but my ribbon, hang on, I'm going to scoot my ribbon. I wanted the ribbon closer. Then we can put our little flower up in here. Yeah, I like that better. So you can see I didn't make this box ahead of time because all the floral cutouts that you do are so different from each other that you can't really have an exact replica. Well, I suppose I could cut from a separate sheet, but I think we'll do this one. No, we'll do it down here. 2 flowers? I don't know. Now I'm doubting whether I should have 2 flowers down there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. There we go. And then you can put any kind of little fun gift in there. Candy, of course, is always good, but you could do, you know, pens or something. But that is that one. Let me show you the other finished samples. Hopefully I used up all the supplies that I told you needed. Use them in some way. So these are the different ones that you could do. And I'll zoom out a bit here so that you can see the tops of them, because the tops of them are significant too. So there, you can take a screenshot. Yay! And then let me show you this one. So this was my shorter of the 2. You can see that there. It was a little bit shorter because that's the one I cut off that weird edge on. And at the top, I slit into there, just kind of a little cut with my scissors so that I made a separation there. That way I can get it over a larger doorknob. And then this flower up here uses the same pieces. It's using little cutout flowers from that laser cut paper. I just stuck 3 of them underneath my flower and then added an extra glue dot to reinforce that when I stuck it down. This is our petal pink and petal pink and whisper white variegated ribbon. This is in the occasion. That's also leaving. I love this label that comes in it. That's a really nice, pretty size. Very simple. I didn't add any of the flower. Oh, I added 1 flower up there. On this one, I added the coral, the Calypso coral flower, because it coordinated with the satin ribbon. And these are mint macaron cardstock pieces for the leaves. And that's the circle one. So the white brad, the mint brad. So hopefully you like those ideas, and if you have most of this stuff at home, you could quick whip together some hanging little flower baskets to gift people on May Day. Sorry I didn't share this earlier. I just thought of it. But yes, it's a teaser to our tutorials that you can get from any of us demonstrators that are doing the bundle. So let me bring you back to that really quick so you can see it. All right. Oops, wrong button. Hold on. There we go. So that is, again, the tutorial teaser. I don't know if you can tell which one is the one that I'm kind of giving you a tease at. These are all masculine project ideas, but they're all awesome. And for the man in your life, whether it's Father's Day, birthdays, or whatever, you're going to love all of these 3D boxes, 3D kind of cards, fun folds. So again, go to my blog and you can click on the tutorials for sale under the class tab. Okay, now we're going to bring it over to our Facebook page here. I'm going to do a refresher. Actually, you know what? I won't do the refresher yet because I'm just going to click on the last week's video. So the Sentimental Rose monster bookmark. Okay, let me move this out of the way. I'm going to click on that, copy the link. We're going to bring it into our commentpicker.com. And we're going to draw a second winner from last week. And that second winner actually is going to have 3 choices. Okay? So, oops, sorry, we can't currently get any comments anymore. What? No! I'm going to try just refreshing. Hang on, you guys. Let's try it again. Uh-oh. We might not be able to draw winners this time. Hang on, let's see what happens. Oh, it's letting me. Okay, don't know what happened. We have 177 people. So out of 177 people, who is going to be our lucky winner? And then I'll show you afterwards. Lynn Skip, maybe? You get to pick from 3 different prizes, so I'll share those in a minute. I haven't shared even the prizes from this one. What is wrong with me? I get so excited about drawing. All right, let's go to our Facebook page again, and now I'm going to click the refresh button. So anybody who has made a comment as of right now, you are going to be in on the first drawing. And we will grab the URL from that video, which is going on right now. Copy that. Oh, you know what I have to do first? Because I forgot to do this last week. I have to click on Lynn's name. That way I'll be able to contact her. Because last week's winner never got back to me and I couldn't reach her, and so I feel really bad. But we have to give up that prize to someone else today. All right, here we go. So if you get your name drawn, I try to help out, but it is it's in your hands to make sure that we get in contact with each other. We have 126 unique commenters. That means that we have at least 126 people who have commented during this live. Thank you so much, you guys. Should I share the prizes first? Let's share the prizes first, okay? All right, so from last week, Lynn gets to pick from, she can have, well, she will have, no, okay, hang on. We're gonna go to my desktop. Okay, you guys? Okay, so she can have a choice of this stamp set or this stamp set. These are past paper pumpkin stamp sets, along with a block and 2 pens that are paper pumpkin related, because we did a paper pumpkin thing last time. So if she wants to, she can pick from that. But also, we did not ever have someone claim this prize, so she could choose this instead as well. This is the Big Plans, Memories, and More card kit that is retiring from our current catalog. So Lynn, those are your choices. For the winner that we're drawing today, and I promise you I'll try to package these cute because they're not really cute, but the winner that we have today is going to get either the roll of the Calypso Coral Satin Ribbon along with the Basics Brads. So that's one choice. Or to relate to the tutorial project that I did, you get the remainder of my garage, I forget what this is called. It's designer paper, garage something, from the Occasions catalog, and lots of fun designs on there, by the way. You get the remainder of that, which is a pretty full pack, and a sponge, because I use both of those tools to make my contribution to the tutorial. Okay, let's go back to the computer. Let's see who it is. You guys ready? Let's refresh again. Because I want to. We'll refresh one more time. Gives everybody a chance. Here we go. Copy. And we'll paste it into our comment picker. How many commenters do we have? 130. Oh, I gave 4 people an extra, or 3 or 4 people an extra chance. Yay. Okay, here we go. Start. And the winner for this time is Mary Alcock. Congratulations, Mary. Yay. I'm going to click on your name too so I don't forget to contact you. I think I had shown you everything that I needed to. Oh, one more thing on the computer. Let me show you on the shop page. So if you're at stampinup.com, I want to show you where you can get the last chance products. These are the things that are retiring. So if you just click on this when you're in the Stamp Your Art Out, click on shop again. Click on last chance products. There you will see the shopping for retired stamps, retiring bundles, everything else. So you can find all of those items just by clicking on those sections and scroll through it and see what you can't live without. Okay, that's the other laser cut paper. So pretty. I think that is it, you guys. I think. Oh, next week I want to show you, I'm going to show you something else on the computer here too, because I want you to look for this graphic. Next week I'm going to be in a blog, not a blog hop, a Facebook Live hop. It's a unique thing that we are going to team up to do together. Show you that. So if you see that graphic on anyone else's Facebook pages, just know that I am a part of that with them, and we're going to be hopping. So we're going to be doing lives during the same span of time, and it's global. We have people from all over the world participating in this, and there's prizes. So you'll want to check out as many of those fun videos as possible. We're all going to be featuring some really cool projects, and I hope that you can join in. So that's next week. It's a special hop. All right, I think that's it. So thanks, everyone. Next week is May 8th, and we'll do it again at 11 a.m. Central Time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.